it's Kelly Day here to show you a quick inspiring art video for today, and I'm going to show you how to mix my favorite color of blue. And if you are an experienced painter, you probably have all of your favorite colors and you know how to mix them. But if you are a little bit newer to painting and you've just been painting out of the jar, it takes a lot of, or the tube, it takes a lot of experimenting with colors to really find your favorites. So I'm going to show you today how to do my favorite color of blue. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kelly Day. I'm a mixed media painter. I sell and show my art and license it to different companies, and I am also an art mentor, and I help women open up to start creating their greatest art and live their lives as artists. I have manganese blue. I have ultramarine violet. I have titanium white. I always have my cup of water, have my awesome brush. This is from Silver Brush. I love these silver brushes so much. Paper towel for messes. I have a watercolor journal or pad for mixed media and of just paper. And I also have paper plates for a palette. So color mixing is not I guess you could call it a science, but I'm going to call it an art because it's really just about plain until you get the effects you want. So I just throw a little bit of the manganese blue on my palette with a little bit of the ultramarine violet. And this is all just play. Okay, then I throw a little bit of white on there. And I just seriously just play with the blue and violet until I get this brilliant color that I love. Hope you guys can all see that. And it's just about looking at how it looks on your palette until you like it. I might add a tiny bit more violet. And then you can just start doing squares on your watercolor pad. Like here's a square with a little more violet, and here's a square with even more violet. And then what I do is once I get the blue that I really like, there it is, then I start to add a little more white to it so that you can get different tones. So I'm going to need a little more violet here because I put a little too much white in. Okay, so we've added a little white to the violet and blue, and now we've got kind of a really lovely smoky blue, very rich. So let's see how that looks with just a little bit of white. And there it is. Oh gosh, I love that color. Okay, and you can play again with adding more purple or more blue until you get the one you like. So there's my favorite blue of the day, and now I'm going to add just a tiny bit more white in. I just start with a little bit at a time so that you can get those different hues. Okay, let's just add a little bit more white in and see where that gets us. Tiny bit more, and then let's just go for it. Let's go for the white. Now you can see we've got kind of like a nice smoky white. Okay, so this is all color mixing is it's just grabbing paints and playing, getting your watercolor journal, or I have a mixed media journal here that I love, and just playing with different squares and until you come up with colors that you love. And this, it's going to be, some of them are going to be great, some of them are going to be muddy until you learn how to not make mud. I was talking with my friend Holly last night, and she said she was so overwhelmed when she went into the art store. She was putting things in her cart and then putting them back. She didn't know where to begin. So if you're newer to painting, I really recommend that you pick colors that you love when you go shopping. You know, don't feel like you have to be an expert color mixer right off the bat. I don't think it's a sin to use it right out of the tube. And that way you have your art studio stocked with colors that you love. There's no pressure. You can just pour them right out of the bottle. And then when you're feeling braver, you can start to mix one other color in at a time until you get colors that you love. All right, if you're interested in learning more from me, you can go to my website at kellydayart.com. There's free tips and tutorials. And if you're a more experienced painter and you're tired of taking classes, you're ready to make a much bigger leap forward with your art, you can check out my options for art mentoring. Lots of good stuff, kellydayart.com. Have a beautiful weekend.